Hi guys. So today we're gonna be talking about Hellva Boss and Hazbin Hotel. And to be honest, I have a lot to say about these two TV shows because oh my god, they're so annoying. But before I get into that, hi, my name is Kippy. How are you doing? You look very pretty, you look very handsome, a very pretty human you look. Anyways, like I was saying, we need to talk about the Stolitz ship. I don't get why people ship it in the first place. I'm actually getting most of this information from this guy, and I just saw a few videos on it, and I decided to make my own because I thought my opinion was valid, and it kind of is. So basically, I'm just saying this. I'm just making this video to put out my opinion. It's not any hate to Vivzipop, though I feel like it should be, because we really need to address her we really need to address her boy love, her BL obsession and fetishization, because I feel like it's just getting worse. So, yeah. So as we all know, Stolitz and Blitz relationship has only been sexual. Let's be honest, it's only been sexual. There's never been a deeper meaning to it. And when I say this, I mean it with all my heart. It is Stolitz's fault. It is Stolitz's fault. It is his fault, because when Blitz was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna steal this book, he was never like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck this bird so I can get this book. He never thought that, because he was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get it, easy peasy. He never thought he was gonna run into a horny owl and then have to fuck him to keep his business going. And in the first episode, it's all saying, Stolitz is basically saying, like, a summary, if you want to keep your business, you kind of have to fuck me so you can get my book, and that's like the only way to keep your business still going. That is disgusting, and it's not okay. I don't know why that was accepted or trying to be seen like it was okay. It's not at all. And people need to talk about it more, because it's to the point, it's bad. It's very, very bad. And I'm going to be mentioning this a lot in this video. Imagine if the roles were switched. If Stolitz was a straight man and Blitz was a woman. Him doing that would have made people way angrier. But people need to understand, same gender or not, it's bad in both cases. It shouldn't only be with preference or your orientation. It shouldn't be with that. It should be with how you are as a person and what you're doing. Anyways, I went on a rant there, but it is Stolitz's fault, and he got his own feelings hurt. And I feel like he's a hypocrite, because throughout the whole season, all he's wanted from Blitz is sex and attention. That's it. He didn't want love. He just wanted to have his sexual desires fulfilled. That was it. And you can't, and Blitz has, I'm not trying to call Blitz flawless. He has flaws. He has done, like, for example, when he tried to sabotage Eminem's date, and by bringing Stolitz along, he didn't think he was doing anything wrong, because he thought that the only thing Stolitz wanted from him was sexual attention. He didn't think he actually cared about him, and he didn't think that in the long run it would affect him. So he was just like, yeah, let me do this, because we all know he has a problem with accepting things he should accept. Blitz, I mean. And yeah, that's just so disgusting, in my opinion. I feel kind of disappointed in myself, because I had watched that and thought it was okay. I don't know, but I've changed my opinion, and I've looked inside, and I've seen the bigger problem of what this TV show is making it out to be. Of what it's making people seem that it's okay to think things to do. I don't feel like it's okay at all, because Stolitz just wanted sexual attention. He just wanted to fuck Blitz. That's it. He wanted Blitz to fuck him. He wanted to fuck Blitz. each way around. It was never a bigger relationship. It was never anything other than that talked about. So at the end, when he's complaining about how Blitz just wants him for sex and he's just seeing him as a sex toy, you made yourself one. He made himself a sex toy, because that's the only thing he ever wanted from Blitz. That's the only thing he would ever ask for. That's the only thing he would ever try to do. He never wanted a deeper relationship with him. He just wanted sex, and then he could have the book, which is still something so like distraught to me, because like I said, reverse the roles. If Stillus was a straight man asking Blitz as a woman to fuck him to keep his business going, either gender, it's still fucked up. It's still bad in any case. And yeah, it's just insanely disgusting. I know I keep saying that, but it is, because Stillus is a hypocrite. It's not, he's an woo bottom owl bird boy. No, he is a harasser. You can see him catcalling Blitz and nicknames he's not comfortable with or he gets annoyed by, but that doesn't make Stillus stop at all. He keeps doing it, I guess, for the fun of it, and it's just so weird to watch these interactions over again and seeing the deeper meaning of what's going on. It's so weird to me. Yeah, but like I was saying, he did this to himself. I don't care what anyone says, it's my opinion, I'm not going to change it. But he did it to himself because he was just using Blitz. He was using Blitz, and now he's going to turn and whip around his opinion. Like, I'm the victim. I'm the victim here. And he went through traumatic things. He went through his wife abusing him. He went through an unlovable marriage. He went through a lot. He didn't go through much, but he went through things that would not keep a person the same. And I don't entirely get it, but it's not an excuse to what he was doing and what he still is doing. He's making Blitz to be this bad guy who only wants sex from him, and I find that so weird, because you were the one who initiated sex first. And victimizing yourself is something I find so infuriating. We're gonna go on to a next very popular ship. Husker Dusk. It doesn't matter. It is a very problematic and bad ship. I don't care what anyone says. So at the start of the series, we can see Angel Dust harassing Husk, and I feel like people push past it and see it as, oh, he's just messing with him. No, that is not teasing. That is sexual harassment. He is trying to do sexual advances with him. And when he says he doesn't want to, or tell him to stop because he's uncomfortable, or he's pushing his boundaries, he gets pissy and says Husk would be lucky to fuck him. What? Again, reverse the roles. What if Angel Dust was a straight man telling Husk, who will imagine to be a woman, that she would be lucky to fuck him? That would be seen so much more problematic. But no one's worried about it because he's a traumatized, sexualized little bottom ooh boy. No one's mad about it. And I feel like people should be mad about it. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really even watch Hazbin Hotel, but from the trailers and all the other stuff and like sneak peeks, I feel like it's very mid. The animation is good. The character design isn't as good, and the character development is absolutely shit, because Angel Dust doesn't learn anything at all. The whole thing about him is that he's just a sexualized toy. He doesn't make character development. He makes it known that he won't be his toy in public, but in private, it's different. So he's not really even he's standing up for his public outlook. He's not standing up for his actual freedom. He's standing up to be pimped out only in private. That is basically what he stood up for. In that club with Nifty, that's all he said. Like, I don't know exactly what he said because I didn't really watch it, but he said, "You can't do this to me in public. Maybe in private, but only at my job." That's really all he said. He didn't really stand up for anything. He just said, "You can't do this in public. At least not in front of my friends." And while, yeah, that's good, standing up for yourself, you didn't really stand up for yourself. You just kind of said, "You can't do this here, but maybe do it there." That's not standing up for yourself. And it's good to speak out. It's good to speak up. And it's good to build bravery. And maybe he'll build on to that point. And I hope he does, because he hasn't had any character development. But back on the ship. Husk was clearly uncomfortable. And he was being harassed. He was uncomfortable with how Angel Dust was treating him as a toy and nothing more than a pleasure device. And it's really because there are comments saying, "Oh, he's hypersexual, he can't handle it." No, that's not an excuse. Maybe in court, but not here. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. On my channel, we don't judge unless this is serious. Your sexuality does not have anything to do with what you're doing to another human being. I don't care. On this channel, we talk about what needs to be done. No matter sexuality, no matter gender. No matter whatever. What talks about needs to be talked about. And I do that. So, yeah. But back on the ship, like I keep saying, but then keeps being distracted. Yeah, it's such a bad ship, and it's basically he just doesn't need a boyfriend. He needs a friend, an emotional support animal like Nugget. He needs that. He doesn't need to have someone also. He needs to have care, but not with a boyfriend or a partner. He needs a friend. Someone that will care for him without wanting anything like his body, just genuinely caring for him. He needs that. But yeah, and when Huss says no, he says he'd be glad to fuck him. And I know I already said that. I'm just trying to get this to your mind that you can be a bottom, you can be a boy, you can have hypersexuality. It does not matter. You're doing something that is making someone uncomfortable, and that is what's important, because you're forcing yourself onto someone else. At that point, you're placing your traumas, because Angel Dust is he's traumatized with sexual harassment and rape, and I know they are the same thing. They will never be the same thing, but if you've gone through that, why would you want to put someone else in that same position? And I don't care if it's a trauma reaction. You do not do that regardless. Ever. Like, ever. Do not do that. Because you're just making it worse for someone. You're making someone uncomfortable. You're pushing yourself onto them. It doesn't matter how traumatized you are or what your sexuality is. You don't have an excuse to do that. You'll never have an excuse to do that. As long as I live, no one will ever have an excuse to do something like that to another human being just because they have hypersexuality or they're a boy and it's another boy. There will never be an excuse that can excuse that action. To me, at least. I will not stand up for it. I don't care what kind of excuse you have. There is none that can build up to my reason to excuse that. I don't care who you are. You can be Beyonce. Shoot me. I don't care. That's not okay. At all. And Vivzipop making like this little dolly animation to like sweeten things up. It's not sweetening anything up, babes. You're making it worse. And I feel like she has some kind of fetishization because all of the bad ships are BL, and that's what people are mainly watching for. BL, toxic BL, toxic boy love, toxic emotional abuse. It's just bad. You don't want to be in that position. No one wants to be in that position of being uncomfortable and then using the excuse like, oh yeah, you'd be lucky to fuck me. Like, no, I'm sorry, but that's not okay. I know I keep saying that, but it's not. I need people to get it in their head, and people will make up any type of excuses to excuse it, but it's not excusable. You can't do that. I don't care. I don't care. You can say what you want. I don't care at this point. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, really. And I feel like Husk passed it by way more than he should have. He let it slide way more than he should have. He should have taken him accountable for more. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Have a good day. Be safe. Drink water. And bye.